Good. Perfect. Now that everybody's gone, now we can talk about it. So now that we can sit here and talk about it, no, I gotta fix this. Gotta fix this, you guys. Better now, what do you think? Alright, we're ready. Hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys having a fantastic day, week, month, year, millennium. It's been a minute. I know I've had to get my groove back. I've had some things going on in life. There's not a whole lot that can stop you, but when you get stopped in your tracks, you got to just take measure of what's going on. You got to jump right back into it, which I'm definitely doing. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone who comes to support and continue to come to my channel. Thank you to my new subs. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel because I've got more stuff coming, and this is the start of a new series, okay? If you haven't already, hit that notification bell so when I do create another video, you guys will be right in line to know what's going on with me, and then we can continue on and have fun. And of course, like my videos. Please, 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 please. You know, I have missed doing that. I really genuinely have. But you guys, I have really missed being here, and there have been a few changes along the way. There have been a lot of things going on, but I'll talk about those later. But just know, as you can tell from the channel, I have a new logo. Introducing Frosty Beard. This was created by a friend of mine, and I think he looks like me. I think, yeah. I don't have my goggles on this time. I didn't put them on. He is going to be implemented into stuff. I also have him in new merch. So if you want, definitely go and get your Frosty Beard merch. Please, by all means, go to my Etsy store. The link will be in the description below. Go to my Instagram, Navy Montel, right there in the link tree. You go there and you pick up your merch. I got a few things coming up there and everything, and I'm really excited about it. But without any further ado, let's jump right into this. So this is a new series that I've been putting on the stove and got the low heat on and kind of simmering and let it go, called Now That Everybody's Gone. Simply put, I want to talk about series that when they came, they were popular and everybody was talking about it, and then over time, you know how energy tends to slow down and people just don't think about it anymore. So now that I have the quiet space and the quiet time, I want to talk about it. So of course, the first series that I want to talk about, the first property I want to talk about, is Cowboy Bebop. Now, you guys know back in January, I did post up a video about how excited I was, and not gonna lie, I was really excited for it. If you're not familiar with it, I would say go check out the original anime, which is a masterpiece. Cowboy Bebop, the anime, is an absolute masterpiece. But y'all, let me tell you, I really enjoyed the Netflix series. It is 10 episodes. It premiered November 19th, 2021, and let me tell you, I had a ball. I had an absolute blast. Netflix decided to take a chance, and they did it. Unfortunately, they have decided not to renew for a second season, which I think is a crime because there's so much story to tell. But I love what they did. Of course, if you're not familiar, Cowboy Bebop tells the story of the crew of the Bebop. They are bounty hunters who go chase after bounties so that way they can put food on their table. You have Spike Spiegel, which was portrayed by John Cho. You have Jet Black, who's portrayed by Mustafa Shakir. You have Fei Fei, who was portrayed by Daniela Pineda. And of course, you have the bad guy. You have Vicious, who was Spike's ex-partner in The Syndicate, portrayed by Alex Hassel. And of course, you cannot forget Julia. Julia was portrayed by actress Elena Satine. Every single actor in this show portrayed their roles beautifully. I enjoyed every characterization, every moment, every laugh, every cry, every angry moment, the fight scenes, everything melded together. I genuinely go into series like this with an open mind. If you go into anything like this with an expectation, you're going to find fault off the bat. I don't do that. I like to enjoy things as they are, so that way if something new comes out, or maybe a concept that was one way but then is portrayed in another way, that's not a bad thing, because you have to think outside the box sometimes. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about Cowboy Bebop, the series, was they filled in gaps and holes and answer certain questions about the characters. Now, if you watch the anime, you really don't get a background story on Jet and why he went from being a cop to a bounty hunter. But in the series, we find out why he went and how it happened, and how he's portrayed and how he was betrayed by someone close to him. When I tell y'all, I really got into that particular episode because Jet is one of my favorite characters. I actually had the honor of interviewing Bo Billingsley, who is the original dub actor for Jet Black in the Cowboy Bebop series. Now, also what a lot of people don't know is that Cowboy Bebop took off better in the United States and in the Western states than it did in Japan. It was a reverse sort of thing as far as what became popular, but Cowboy Bebop took off like a jet, literally, as soon as it came over to the States. Now, with the live action series, people tend to put a lot of expectations on things like that. And that's not fair. That's not fair to draw comparisons. If you're watching the live action, then don't think of the anime so much that you're trying to put every pinpoint of every character in every episode and every scene and every plot. You can't do that. You genuinely can't do that. What you have to do is let it stand on its own. Let it speak to you in its own language. And if it's completely terrible, I get it. If it is not to your expectation, the question you have to ask yourself is, what was your expectation? Like I said, if you go into it with an open mind, you may be pleasantly surprised. And I was pleasantly surprised. But I also walked into it with no expectations. I knew what they were doing, and they honestly played homage to the anime itself. They did a magnificent job. And of course, you had the creator of Cowboy Bebop, Shinichiro Watanabe. He was an advisor on the series. So if you have someone who created the anime on the series, you actually have Yoko Ono and the Seatbelts who did the music for it. They must have saw something in this that was worth working for and working towards, and applying their expertise, their experience, and all of that to it, which lets me know that there had to have been something here. Now, I can go all day about how people will come up with their own specific expectations and why they want things to look a certain way, and I will honestly say this: I have had nothing bad to say about it. The only thing negative I have to say about it is, once again, Netflix looks at the wrong numbers, in my honest opinion, and they take a series and they remove it because it's not getting the viewership. How many series do we have on Netflix now that are still going that are just trash? They're absolute garbage. Or they keep putting on something new that a lot of people aren't watching. I hate to tell Netflix, there are some series y'all got on now that no one's touching, but you will take something like that and remove it. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. As far as the series itself, I felt like it stood on its own. I felt like it told the story very well. I felt like the actors portrayed the characters marvelously, and even over the top, which actually makes it more fun because they do get over the top in the anime and in the movies themselves, but they still maintain a serious baseline to it, throwing in humor and the jokes and the interactions and the camaraderie and even the rivalries where they're supposed to go. I didn't have any issue with this. I really enjoyed Cowboy Bebop, and I was looking forward to the introduction of Radical Ed, which they did in episode 10, and I was really excited about it. Now, that I think that's the only downside that I can see, because the actress who portrays Radical Ed, when you watch a character in a series, you kind of get a feel of how it's going to be portrayed from the initial interaction all the way to the very last one. And I felt like this with Radical Ed didn't resonate with me. I felt like it felt forced. It felt like you were trying to emulate something that was already done. Now, mind you, of course, in the whole series, you are literally portraying the characters and the storylines from the anime, but not for aspect to aspect, element to element. Some things are going to differ, but I feel like there should still be that continuing nuance with certain things, and unfortunately the nuance with Radical Ed, with the actress, it didn't vibe with me. Not saying that she's not a talented actress, whomever she may be, but it didn't vibe with me. So that's the only negative thing I can say about it. But I would love to know what you guys thought of Cowboy Bebop. Did you enjoy it? Did you go into it with expectations? Did you have an open mind? Did you try to enjoy for what it was? I don't expect yours to line up with mine. I'd like to be able to see what people see. Maybe there's something that you saw that I didn't see. It was so campy, and it was hamish at times, and outrageous at times, and such a caricature of different characters, but I enjoyed it from beginning to end, you guys. I had a blast with this series that I told people to watch. Before you judge and base your opinion off of what you've heard across social media and from other people, and you haven't watched it, take the time to watch it yourself. Form your own opinion, form your own reasoning behind it. That way you can go into it and genuinely and honestly and organically say if you like it, if you don't like it, you were in the middle of the road, what did you like about it, what you didn't like about it. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me for the first episode in my series. Now that everybody's gone, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about this. So please don't forget to share, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell and like my videos. And thank you guys so much for joining me. This is a new journey for me. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to this and bringing you guys on. And to the new people, welcome to the world of RogueCatnip. Okay? And as I always say to you beautiful, sexy, amazing people, stay nerdy, stay geeky, and stay sexy. Okay? You take care, you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.